Hey there. We're going with Facebook Live. It's Saturday morning, and we're actually here with Arthur Mendoza.
Hello.
And he's an icon in the entertainment industry. He worked directly with Stella Adler, and he actually teaches classes at Santa Monica Playhouse on Wednesday from 7 to 10 with the Actor Circle Theater. So you can go to actorcircletheater.com and come out and have a free audit. But Arthur's an amazing gift to the industry. He's responsible for a lot of people being working actors. He's a go-to person. Even we're going to talk today about Michael Mann with the script analysis.
Huh?
And he's going to share today a little bit about Shakespeare, why it's important, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how he worked with Michael Mann on several of the productions that Michael Mann has done. And I've also included, if you guys check, you can look at the IMDb to actually check out if you're not familiar with Michael Mann and his work. We'll tell you about that too. But Arthur Mendoza, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And you know what I want to do, because if you're new in the industry and you're just getting involved in acting and you're watching all the new movies and the stuff on TV, a lot of times people say Shakespeare, and these young kids today, they go, who's Shakespeare?
One of the things you do in my classes is the first thing you take on is a sonnet. Now, why a sonnet? A sonnet doesn't have a character. All it is ideas. And if you can communicate the ideas in a sonnet, there's no character. There's someone you're talking to, and you figure out who you're talking to and what perspective, and you do it in a sonnet, you get the size. Everybody, I got to do Hamlet. You can't do Hamlet. You can't do that right away. You can't ride a pedal car, a beautiful sports car. You got to know how to run it. You got to know how to ride it. Shakespeare and sonnets is the beginning of teaching, and there's no character. You don't have to worry about Sir Toby Belch or any character, the burden of that character. You just get the opportunity to use Shakespeare's language, and it runs through you.
What would you say the benefit is for somebody that's new, that's looking at Shakespeare? I know when I first picked up Shakespeare a long time ago,
right,
I was too young and kind of naive, and I was like,
I lost
words?
A student this 3 quarters ago who came, wanted to be in class, and I told his mother he has to get this book. I never heard from him again. I scared him. But you don't understand the parallel. These are big movies. Star Trek, all these
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. What American do you see there? Not one. Because we don't have that side. We don't look for that side. Some actors look for feelings. Feelings are as a result of what you get in the circumstance and the activity. You get that feeling of the character. You've got to learn how that character does that. But you don't concentrate on feelings. You don't concentrate on I want to cry. Or how do I cry? Well, you can't cry. You can only cry when that activity feeds you. When you cry about that ring, when you cry about what you're doing, you got to figure out what the character is doing and why he wants that ring, why he wants that thing. There's always going to be something in an action that you can pick out in any character. Indiana Jones. What is he's everything. The ball running, and he's all these obstacles, but he plays that. And I have an actor who does everything, in these blue and green screens, and he knows that I know how to do it. It's so easy because all I'm doing is reaching for my action, and the activity will give it. Find the activity.
Yeah.
Find the activity. You're sitting on set. They put a guy to set your life. Don't do that. Let you set the life. You sit there and look around and think, what can I do as this character?
Maybe talk a little bit about the process. I know, let's pretend, I've never heard of Shakespeare, or I get a Game of Thrones script.
Yeah.
And I look at this script, and I think a lot of times, if you're not educated on some of these things that you're talking about, you miss the whole meaning.
We have an exercise at the end of Technique 1. You have to sing a song.
Yeah.
And this guy came to my class. He and his wife were taking my class, and he was really big. He couldn't fit. And I said, "You got to come up to. He would wear flip flop." I said, "No flip flop. I got a shoe." He came in shoes with no sock, and that's them. So he couldn't fit. So he's sitting there, and at the end of Technique 1, you have to sing a song. And he came over during the break and said, "I can't sing." I said, "Okay, well, don't you know anything that makes sound?" He
Like
said,
happy
well,
birthday?
what?
Happy birthday.
No, anything, and he said, I do the shock. It's a New Zealand thing. And so he walked in my house. They had an office. He threw the script. What the hell am I going to do? I said, what do you mean? There's this character. He doesn't speak any language we know. You can't say anything that we know. It's got to be an unaudible sound. What am I going to do? I said, kick off your shoes, take your shirt off, and do your shocker right here in the theater, in there. And he did. I said, go in and do that. He said, really? I said, yeah, you love your flip-flops. You barely wear, shorts. Go in like that. Take off your shirt and do your shaka.
Yeah.
They quit the audition, and he got the character. He was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He was the White Queen's guy that he burned it.
And he's now playing Aquaman.
Aquaman. And he's a wonderful actor because he just, I love him, and we get along great because he just throws himself. He wants to learn. He wants to eat it up.
Yeah.
And I adore him. And I wish I could see him. He's working. I don't want to see actors because they're working. Go work. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of actors that, it has to do with words, just like Shakespeare. There's a lot of people that judge what is acting. So when someone tells them to sing a song.
But there's such a phobia about singing. Nobody sings. And Stella says you have to sing. You have to do whatever they say. Yeah. I'm going to work with a model who got a job. I'm going to see him move to, how do you move to music? Put music on. How are you going to move? He's got to move. Yeah. They might throw him. I got to teach him anything they can throw at you. The course on a great show. There's a song. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Anything. I can do that. The more you can do, the more you're going to work.
Yeah. Absolutely. What do you mean? What do you mean by size?
Size is committing to things bigger than you. Yeah. Look at Rex Harrison. I mean, what's his name? Wonderful. He's in all things. He was in my God, Harrison Ford.
Yeah. He's
got size. They hired him because he's big, and he throws himself into it.
Yeah.
I don't know his training, but whatever he does, it works.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does, but he's a very underestimated actor. All those movies he's done.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, make me believe those things.
Oh yeah, Raiders of the Lost.
They don't. And there's that movie where he, with his daughter, he Henry.
Oh yeah.
That movie, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's small and little, and he's lost everything, and he can't find everything. There's the other guy in Starman, that movie, Starman. The Bridges. He's amazing.
Yeah. Where
he's a guy from another planet, and he doesn't know what water is. He doesn't know what food. I believe that. That size comes when you completely commit to something. Glenn Close, Meryl Streep, those people commit to stuff.
Right.
And when they commit, it's large, and we watch it.
Talk about the sonnets. What's the first step in when somebody gets a sonnet?
They're scared. The first thing you got to do is not be scared.
You talk about looking up
Just
definitions.
look at the words, and they're going to scare you. I use a sonnet book that has the old writing.
Yeah.
Now, some people, there's old school and new school. The old school is up to the iambic pentameter. I don't fix on the iambic pentameter, but I see if you can find it, because you can find the music once you can understand what you're saying. Music to hear. Why hear music sadly? What does that mean? God, I hear this music, but why do I put the sadness out of it? There, I just paraphrased it. Phrase after phrase after phrase. Yeah. Take your time. You have to dissolve the ideas and put them right there. I have an actor who did that and kind of fought a little bit. I have a great actor who won't do it. And he sits there knowing he needs to, and he's stuck. I don't know why. I think he's a brilliant actor. He works. He's a brilliant actor. And I can't get him out of that place because somewhere someone told him this was hard.
Right.
I have a teacher, my teacher in school. I was looking, he had all those Shakespeare, the Folger, and I was looking at him. I said, "What is this?" He said, "Oh, that's Shakespeare. It's not really for Mexicans." And I went, "Oh, okay." But I saw it. So when I went to La Jolla and I played these parts and I had a poster, and I sent it to him. I said, good thing I didn't listen to you. I'm in the poster.
Yeah.
It's because, and he's wrong, because Italian, Spanish, the Romance languages, those are more adept to us because we speak our languages we don't come here, we don't have that flatness. We learn that flatness. When you have rounded words and you're over expressive, you're weird.
Yeah, but you're actually alive, right?
People think that the way I talk is weird. One of my students calls me, and when he leaves a message, he makes fun of me. And now one of my students' girlfriend needs to learn that. She's got to play this part. She's got to have mid-Atlantic speech. That means she's got to finish her word. She's got to let words go up and down.
Right.
But I finish my words. That's the only thing I do that seems, and people think I talk British, and I don't. I was banged in for years. Speech. Oh, Edith Skinner. Study with her. The hard ladies.
Yeah.
My friend that lives in San Diego is an amazing speech and voice. That's all her. She just retired from Arizona. They lost a huge asset. She's speech and voice, and she's brilliant. And we work on that.